Hello, this is Jeff Nager with AMD World Championship of Custom Bike Building. We're here day one in Sturgis, South Dakota. I'm hanging out with Cully. He's actually the youngest entry in the World Championship. And Cully, tell us a little bit about this bike. What are we looking at?
We're looking at a 1977 Ironhead Harley engine. That's where kind of the project started, and that's what it was based around. It's a Paco frame, an original Harley 42 front end, Triumph rear fender, some odds and ends, Cole Foster gas tank, Hollywood Harley bars, going for a real traditional, period correct kind of old racer look. I wanted something sitting still to look like it was going 100 miles an hour.
It does look like it'll get up and go. What was your inspiration? What were you going for?
I used to race dirt tracks since I was about 11 years old up till about 17 years old. I'm 18 years old now. My dad, he's been building old hot rods, custom cars with a real traditional old school look, and that's kind of the style I'd like to stay around, and that's what I'm interested in, and that's what I kind of shop for on this bike. And he inspired me. My brother-in-law Brandon, he's got bikes, old knuckleheads, old shovel heads, and he inspired me a lot, helped me with the project a lot, and I can't thank him enough. So,
well, let's talk about the bars and the controls. It looks pretty sanitary.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it real clean to really capture that racer look. I got a inverted throttle on the right side where the cable runs through the bars, and I also have an in-bar cable clutch on the left side that it's a Cook Customs out of Milwaukee clutch lever that I use, and it's just a real clean look.
Now I noticed that there's got white wraps that looks a little dingy there. This is not a trailer queen?
No, not a trailer queen at all. I'd like to think that I built the bike to ride, and the dirty grips, that shows that, and it kind of also captures that old racer look as well, the old board tracker look.
What did you do to the engine?
Well, we got it in an old 70s frame, kind of a custom chopper, and we sold that and took the engine out of it and just had it overhauled. There's no performance enhancements in it or anything like that. But yeah, the case is there. You see kind of a real dull, almost bare metal look. And what that's called is vapor blasting. It started in Europe, and there's a guy in Minnesota doing it. It's kind of a mixture of water and media, and it gave it kind of a real old school look, which I like.
Now it looks like you're running an S&S carburetor?
Yeah.
And why'd you pick that?
There again, for the kind of a performance look and the racer look. It's kind of like putting a Holly on a 350 or something like that. I wanted a little bit snottier of a carb.
I really like the way that you did your pipes. How long did it take you to do that?
That's kind of a funny story. About last year I started a welding class in high school, and that was kind of my first project. A buddy and I, back at home, we bought some bends from Lowbrow Customs, and we just started forming the exhaust, and somehow it came out all right, and we kept it. So it was fun. It was kind of the first project of the bike.
I like your tail light. What's going on there?
Before I built the bike, I got the frame and the engine, and I went Davenport, Iowa bound. It's a big vintage motorcycle swap meet where you can basically find anything to build a bike like this, and I found that tail light sitting in a little box, and I knew that was the one with the wings on it. Very,
very nice. You're running Firestone tires on the back. You know, I didn't even know Firestone made tires anymore. For motorcycles, that is.
Right. There again, capturing that old board tracker racer look, the Firestone rear and the Avon front. I've heard stories about not running them together. Maybe they follow the grooves on the road or something, but
you're not having problems?
No. The look I wanted, it actually rides pretty good. Other than the frame scraping on the concrete, I think it's a pretty solid rider.
What was the most challenging aspect of your build?
Without a doubt, it was the paint. I've been pinstriping for a while, and I like to think I'm all right at that, but it's a whole new ball game when you go to shoot paint your first time. So the reason for that is I wanted to do everything myself, and I didn't want to have somebody else paint it. So I went after it, and there's some flaws in it, and all it can do is keep getting better, so hopefully it does.
Well, I notice there's a wing nut theme going on here.
Yeah, the brass wing nut, it's kind of a unique look. Instead of your basic acorn nut or something, maybe throw some brass wing nuts on there. There's some other brass parts on the bike, like the spacers and some stuff on the carb that I actually antique to make look old to match those wing nuts and stuff, and it's a good theme on the bike.
So where are you going to go with your fabrication skills? Is this a career choice here?
Well, we'll kind of see how it all pans out for sure. I mean, every bike builder's dream is to be able to do it for a living and be successful at it, and we'll see where it goes. We'll keep building bikes and keep coming out here to the AMD show in Sturgis, and we'll see where it takes me.
All right. So if somebody was looking at this bike and was looking for some fabrication help or was looking for a build, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, I don't have a website
yet.
Call me cell phone 605-351-5249 or email me at cully.millage@hotmail.com.
All right, well there you go. A great looking bike, and good luck in the show today.
I appreciate it, and I'll be coming back with something next year, hopefully.